people are sitting next to somebody right now? All right, take a good look at the person on your right.
Right.
See the back of their head, right? And take a good look at the person on your left. Now, do they look spatial? Not really, right? But here's the deal. If you're sitting here today, you're probably thinking, all right, I would like to be a millionaire. I'd like to have, nice car and travel and be rich and quit my job. But, I don't know if I could do it. Other people are courageous. They're brave. They can do anything, but not me. So if you're shy, if you're quiet, if you don't know how to do this business, if you're brand new, here's what I'd like to tell you. I started as a shy, nerdy, personality-free, charisma bypassed, socially challenged engineer that should not have been let out in public. And I'm from America. We barely speak English. So, if I can do it, most anybody can. So let's do a survey. How many shy people do we have here today? Wow, that's great. Normally they don't raise their hands. But if you're shy, relax, you can do it. How many people here have some plans of what you're going to do when you start earning some big money? You have plans, maybe stop by your work and tell the boss where to spend eternity? Or maybe you take the big car that you just won and drive by your worthless brother-in-law, roll down the window and wave, and don't offer him a ride. Or maybe wake up every morning at the crack of noon. I don't know what your plans are, but you can do it if you learn some special skills. Now, I have some good news and bad news. And the bad news is most people are going to be sentenced to a lifetime of labor. They're going to work hard all their life so their boss has a big house for their retirement. And they don't know that they have a choice. The good news is we know we have a choice, don't we? We can start a part-time business, and if we learn how to do this, we can make big money. So how many people here would like to start learning how to do this pretty quick? All right. Now, I'll give you a little secret. A lot of people think I'm successful because I'm tall, dark, handsome, incredibly looking, charismatic, and all that helps. But the real truth is, I learned there's 25 special skills that if we learn them, nothing can stop us. Just like learning how to drive a car. How many people here think pressing a brake is a pretty good skill to learn? How about the clutch to stop the grinding sound? Or the steering wheel? It's the same in your business. Would you like to learn one of the little things that will get you going really quick? All right. Now, I'm going to combine a couple of magic words and show you something right now that will make you money from the time you leave this room. How many people will be okay to make an extra 100 pounds a week with no effort? All right. Now, here's what we're going to have to do. Let me just talk to the women here. How many women here know a man? All right. Now, women, I know you have a sick, weird sense of humor, and you like torturing men. So, let me tell you of something that you can do that's lots and lots of fun, and will make you huge amounts of money. I'd like you to say this to the very next man you meet. Say these exact words. Write these down. Would you, are y'all ready? All right. Do you like to go gift shopping? Now, if you say to a man, do you like to go gift shopping? Not all men, but about 95% are going to go like this. We hate gift shopping. We know that if we go gift shopping, no matter what we get, whether it be an electric screwdriver or a power drill, for our wives, it's going to be wrong. Even if we give our best effort, it will always be wrong. It will be a humiliating experience. And when do men go Christmas shopping? What day? Christmas Eve. What time on Christmas Eve? 6 p.m., yeah. Well, we walk in there, and it's traumatic for us. We have no idea what you want. You know, if it's a new lawnmower, yeah, we have no idea the perfect romantic gift. So for us, it's a lose-lose situation. We walk into the department store like deer in the headlights looking, thinking, what do I do? What do I get? What's my humiliation going to be this year? For men, it's the most traumatic experience possible. So if you go up to a man and say, would you like to go gift shopping? Instant terror grips their heart. So here's the next sentence you will say. Would it be okay if I took care of all of it for you? Would it be okay if I took care of all of that for you? Now, what do you think the average man's going to say? Oh, here's all my money. Open up a vein, just take all the blood you want. I worship the ground you walk on. You're my hero. Here's a shrine to you. You have solved one of the biggest problems in their life. So, grab the person next to you. Pretend they're a man. And say, would you like to go gift shopping? And if the man, you're going to pretend to be, and then you're going to say, would it be okay if I took care of all of it for you? And the man's going to say, here's all my money. Are you all ready? Turn to the person next to you. Let's give it a try. All right, was that easy? So promise me that the next time you meet a man, just simply say, would you like to go gift shopping? Now, some men do, and they'll say, yeah, I do. And you'll say, oh. Talk to another man. Was that easy? Now, here's what the man is thinking at the moment. You're going to take care of it all for me. I don't care what it costs. I don't care what happens. I'm in full bore. You're my hero, heroine. I'll love you for life. I have a poster. Yeah, I'll do anything. So, here's the next question you're going to say. Who do you have to go gift shopping for? So you might write that down. And what will the man say? All right, I have to go gift shopping. Yeah, I know it. It's wife. Yeah, wife. Or girlfriend, right? Or mom or daughter. But let's start with the wife. And he says, the wife. That wasn't too hard, was it? And says, how often do you have to get her a gift? And pull out a little card, and you're going to write down some dates. The first thing he's going to say, well, I got to get her a gift for Christmas. So write down Christmas. And then he says, oh yeah, anniversary. That thing happens almost every year. So write down their anniversary date. And then he says, oh yeah, birthday. They get birthdays annually too. Yeah, birthday. Any other time? Valentine's Day? Get out of trouble day? All right. Mother's Day? Make up whatever day. All right, so you have written down about 5 different dates. Is that true? And all of a sudden he says, oh, that's pretty good. So here's the next question. How much do you want to spend? I mean, that's a fair question, right? Now, if you ask a man how much does he want to spend on his wife for a gift, what would they say here in the UK? How much?
As much as possible.
Not that much, not a fiver. Come on. But what would be the average? All right. How much? 20 pounds? All right, let's say, hey, 20 pounds. Now, I'll give you a little hint. Men can be easily influenced. Alcohol does it. But there is a way of love talking to people that will put huge amounts of money in your pocket. When you say, how much you want to spend, the average man is going to say, I don't know. Is that true? Now, when he says, I don't know, why do you think he says that? He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's supposed to spend. Nobody told him. It wasn't on the football game or nothing. So, if he says, I don't know, if you say, well, most men spend about 10 pounds, what's he going to say? Oh, 10 pounds sounds good. If you say most men spend 50 pounds, what's he going to say? Are you kidding? No way. Maybe 40 pounds, not 50. Oh. So if you want them to spend more, you just suggest more. Yeah. If you suggest 50 pounds, they're going to say, well, I don't know, I don't want to spend that much. Maybe like 30 or 40 pounds sounds good. But if you say 10 pounds, they're always going to say 10 pounds or less. None of them are going to say 10 pounds. Oh, no, my wife is great. Maybe 12 or 13. So if they say, how much should I spend? What are you going to say? Most men spend about 50 pounds. And they're going to say, oh, well, you're going to take care of it all for me. It sounds good for me. It's worth 50 pounds not even to show up at a store. Okay. Was that easy? Now, you could say, what is your wife like? And they're going to say, I don't know. And you say, I'll just take care of it for you. Now, you don't know his wife, but I would guess that whatever you choose from your collection is going to be a lot better than the lawnmower sharpener. No matter what you pick, it's guaranteed to be better. And it's going to be a win-win for the wife because she's going to get something nice, right? It's going to be a win-win for the husband because he's relieved of all that stress. And it's going to be a win-win for you. It's going to be an automatic guaranteed sale. They're not going to shop. They're not going to want to check 100 different fragrances. They're not going to negotiate. They're just going to say, here is all my money. Take care of it. So could you do that? Was that easy? So here's the next thing you say. Say, well, Christmas is coming up, so I'll bring the gift by to your wife a couple days early. Would that make the men feel good that you brought it by a couple days early? Now, where are you going to bring by the gift? Are you going to bring it to the home or to the office? To the office. You don't want to bring it home, so you find out, right? And the reason you bring it to the office is that's where they work. And when you bring it by, they will give you cash immediately. Now, here's the next question. You're going to say, would you like me to have it gift wrapped? What's the man going to say? Yes. Oh no, I'm going to go down to the DIY store and buy some origami paper and some duct tape and figure out how to do this. No, we're going to. So can you make a few extra pounds on some gift wrapping? Absolutely. We're happy to pay a couple extra pounds for gift wrapping. And then you say you would like a nice bow and ribbon on it. I mean, really? Well, you're going to say, well, most gifts have bows and ribbon. Oh, okay, so make a little money there. And then you're going to say, would you like me to get a card for you also? The man says, card? Why would I need a card? What's a card for? And you explain that most gifts have cards. And you say, I'll get the card for you. I'll buy it for you. You reimburse me. So you can make some money on the card. And then say, I'll even show you where to sign it. Alright? So, about 3 days before the anniversary, Valentine's, whatever, you come by, you bring the gift, wrapped, card, they give you a bunch of money, instant sale. Was that easy? But here's why you bring it by the office, because every other man in the office is going to look at that man and say, how did that happen? Could you put in a good word for me? Do you think they would do that for me too? How many men are there in the average office? 10? Instantly, 10 guaranteed customers 5 times a year. How easy was that? So, you have a little card, 5 times a year, you have guaranteed sales. 10 people at the office just keep coming by, doing it over and over again. Now, if you're smart and want to build a huge team, how many people here like to build a huge team? Here's what you do on the way out of the office. You take your stack of 10 cards with all the dates and you stop by the receptionist and you say, put down your nail file for just one moment. And then you'd say, would it be okay if you had a 5,000 pound a year raise? What would she say? Yeah. She says, all you have to do is, bring some stuff to the office every so often for all these cards. And you can do this on company time. You don't have to have some money. And all of a sudden, you have a distributor that's moving lots of volume, guaranteed, and they haven't even showed a single catalog yet. How easy was that? So, let's give this a dry run. First of all, I'm going to ask for some commitments. We either make a commitment to make big money in this business, or we make a commitment to be left behind. What are you going to make? How many people here would like to make a commitment to earn big money in this business? All right? We'll leave the other people behind, right? We can send them postcards from cruises and stuff like that. So, part of our commitment is, the first thing we're going to ask you is, when you leave here today, the very next man you see, would you just ask this simple question? What's the question is? Do you like to go gift shopping? Just ask out of curiosity. How easy was that? And I'll give you some magic words to say before, but right now, all we're going to commit to is say, whenever we see a man, and say, do you like to go gift shopping? Could y'all do that? Positively, guaranteed, look at the person next to you, look them directly in the eye and say, I commit to do that.
I commit to do that.
Now, we're going to do a dry run. Are you ready? I'm going to ask you to pretend the person next to you is a man. You're going to say, do you like to go gift shopping, right? Who do you have to gift shop for? How much you spend? And you like to give, are y'all ready to go all the way through as fast as you can? You have your notes, grab the person next to them, terrorize them, and say, would you like to go gift shopping? Let's begin.
Believe you're right, I did for you. Who was it by the gift for? Right. What for? Okay. How much is that? 50 pounds? Plus the tape. Plus card. You have to buy a card for it. Well, every gift has to go with a card. Right. Okay, I make it 50 for you. Are you buying this shit?
All right. How did that go?
Very well.
Now, you're thinking, wait a minute. When I have a brand new person starting my team, they say, well, I don't know anybody. Who do I give a catalog to? Nobody wants to buy from me. What do I say? What do I do? Do we know what we can say? We can say, learn to say, Do you like to go gift shopping? Now, is there enough men in the UK for them to talk to? No. I mean, roughly half the population in the UK is men, right? Plenty of prospects, and every man will appreciate a couple things. Number one, if you're a lady, if you talk to a man, we're impressed. All right? Number two, we're going to just worship the ground you walk on because you can solve one of our biggest traumatic problems that happens 4, 5, 6 times a year, which is how to go gift shopping. No price comparison, not being picky, not testing 100 fragrances, nothing. It's instant, automatic, guaranteed sales. How many people here think you can make it a couple hundred extra pounds a week just by saying, you like to go gift shopping? It's simple as that. And here's the secret. If you say better things, you can clean up ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So, today we're going to be talking about skill number, I think it's number, I don't know, 11 or 13, number 13 on that list, all right? Which is magic words. So if you go to that list I gave you, which is the 13 skills, by the way, for those you're not familiar with the 25 skills, there is the list of the 25 things we should learn if we want to make big money. Now, if you were to make an extra 15,000 pounds a month, would it be worth the effort to learn 25 basic skills? Or you say, well, 15 grand a month, I'd have to have at least 20 grand a month before I'd be motivated to learn it. No. But if you learn those 25 skills, you can make big money. So we're going to talk about the magic sequence of words. I'm going to start with the real easy ones and show you how we incorporate them. How many people here have ever seen a stranger that you thought you might want to talk to? Right? They look pretty good. They could be hot. They could be big. They can be a big customer for me, or they can be a big leader for me, and I just want to know what to say. So what do I say? And I said, well, you might start with the word hi. No magic there. But there is 4 words that you could say that will do something inside of their brain that will make them friendly toward you and tell you anything you want. How cool would that be? Would you like to know those 4 words? Would you like to pass them on to your downline? All right. Now, I'm just curious, if you knew these 4 words, would you use them over and over again? And I'm just curious, if your downline used these 4 words, do you think they can make huge money? And I'm just curious, how many people have figured out that the 4 words are, I am just curious. So write those 4 words down and let me tell you what happens.
I am just curious.
People are programmed. In the United States, if we're shopping for clothes, somebody comes up to us and say, can I help you? And we automatically say, oh no, I'm just looking. It's a program. If people smile at us, we smile back. It's a program. It's instant and automatic, no thinking. If you say, I am just curious to somebody, they are programmed to say, I will tell you anything you want. They don't know why, but they'll unload their deepest, darkest secrets to you if you say, I'm just curious. So there's a security guard downstairs. So we could walk by them and be broke, or we could walk by them with some skills and say cool things and make big money. Which way would you like to walk by? All right. So on your way by, you might just say, I'm just curious. Do you enjoy working weekends? Or, I'm just curious, can you pick the days you like to work? Or, I'm just curious, is this a really good paying job? I'm just curious, is this the career that you wanted in school? I'm just curious, would you like to be your own boss? I'm just curious. Have you ever thought about being rich? How we do it? And because you say, I'm just curious, you can get away with murder. You can ask almost anything. Now, I do have to give you a disclaimer. There's a catch. You cannot ask this question of people. Do not say, I'm just curious, what did you do last night? Because they might tell you. Right? And you don't want to know. But how many people here can say, I'm just curious? So let's put this in your business. Could you say, I'm just curious, what kind of fragrance do you enjoy? I'm just curious, does your wife use perfume? I'm just curious, do you like to go gift shopping? We're getting better and better, aren't we? Magic words by saying, I'm just curious, let's put another 100 pounds a week in your pocket. Anybody you meet, I'm just curious. Can you choose the hours you want? I'm just curious, do you enjoy waking up in the morning? I'm just curious, do you enjoy commuting? I'm just curious. And this is a fun one. And this is a cruel one. But this one requires special skill. So before I do that, let's practice the I'm just curious one right now. Turn to your partner and just say something like, I'm just curious. And you can say anything, I'm just curious. Would you like to go first? Or I'm just curious, what do you think of me? Or I'm just curious, are you having fun today? Or I'm just curious, would you like to be rich? I'm just curious. Are y'all ready? Grab your partner and just say, I'm just curious and ask him something. Let's begin.
I'm just curious. What do you think of me? What do you think of me? Just curious. Just curious. This one is recording, isn't it? Yes, I would.
Well, was that easy?
How much money do you spend next year?
I'm just curious, how many people have a little bit of fun?
As much as I can spend.
Now, when I started, I'd never talked to people before.
Next year, I would like to spend
Yeah,
$1 million.
I'm a nerd. So I said, how do you talk to people? They say, if you say, I'm just curious, they'll be nice to you. Okay, so I just started saying, I'm just curious, and guess what? People were nice. So we have, I am just curious, magic words for you to say. So I'm just curious. How many people are going to use I'm just curious every chance you have a chance to use I'm just curious tomorrow? All right. That wasn't hard, was it? Now, can we take it up a little level? Now, there's people that make a little bit of money, and there's people that make a lot of money. They both talk to the same people, but the people that make a lot of money know better things to say, right? So you don't have to talk to more people. You don't have to work harder. You just have to learn better things to say. So I'm going to take this up just one little level. This requires some athletic ability. How many people here are reasonably good athletes? All right. You're first of all going to have to learn how to put your hand underneath your chin, like this. See, about half can do that. All right. Everybody put your hand underneath your chin. All right. And then you're going to have to do a nodding motion with your head, like this. Wrinkle your forehead slightly. And then you're going to have to make like a not a moo sound, but like, All right, how many people here can do that? All right. Now, here's the magic words. You're going to say, I am just curious, how old are you? You're going to turn to your partner and watch what happens. You're going to say, I'm just curious. And you can ask how old somebody is if you say, I'm just curious, right? You can't unless you say, I'm just curious. But you're just going to turn to your partner and go, I'm just curious. How old are you? And no matter what they say, you're going to go, Are y'all ready? Turn to your partner and say, I'm just curious, how old are
I'm just curious. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Now, this is a technique
What it's all
used by
about.
higher level people that make more money, because what you're looking for here is a leader. How many people here would like to have, let's say, Irina on your team? All right. Now, there are people that hate their jobs, isn't it, right? A lot of people hate their jobs. And they're looking for an opportunity, and they realize that if they stay in their job, their vampire dream-sucking employer is going to suck all the life out of them, going to turn them into a zombie, make them wake up by their alarm clock every day, work all day long for them, and make them work as a zombie till age 65, and let them retire 6 months before they die. And they don't want this, right? They thought maybe I could have a life of my own. These are the leaders, correct? So what we're looking for is a leader that wants to stop being the zombie. So here's how it sounds. Now in the UK, you can retire at 65, allegedly. All right. So you come up to me and you say, "So Big Al, I'm just curious. How old are you?" And I say, 35. And you go. I said, what do you mean? And you said, well, you only have 30 more years of hard labor before you get to die.
You only have 65 minus the age of hard labor before you.
I said, I don't want 30 more years of hard labor before I get to die. I want to do something. Bingo, leader. Make you big money. So after you go, they say, what's it all about? You have to figure out some math in your head. You say you only have this many more years of hard labor. And you think about it. Sentenced to 30 more years of hard labor, and they didn't even do a crime. You only have 30 more years of hard labor before you get to die. So y'all ready? We're looking for leaders right now, the ones that's going to make you rich. So turn to the partner right now, ask him how old are you, no matter what they say. Say you only have this many more years of hard labor. Everybody ready? Okay, the partner, ask how old they are. Let's begin. I'm just curious.
45. I don't want to hard labor for 20 years. No.
5 years left.
I got something for you.
Has 5 years of hard labor before you die.
But there is still.
Yes.
Wait and see. Making sense, eh?
You've got 20 times every month it's basically. When you get it, you don't
How'd that go? Now, you might say, I'm too shy to do that. Now, if you're too shy to do that, it's going to work even better. Here's why. If you're too shy to do that, here's what's going to happen. You say, I'm just curious, Big Al, how old are you? 35. And you go, And I said, why? Oh, and he said, well, I can't tell you. No, really, why are you going? No, I'm kind of embarrassed to say. No, really, tell me why you go, I'm just trying to say this. Please tell me. Well, you only have 34 years of hard labor before you die. If you're shy, it works better. So how many people here can learn to be shy? Some of you are professionals. So, all right. I like to talk to people that are interested in talking to me. I don't like talking to people who say, oh, can't do this, I can't do that. I say, if you could learn to say, I am just curious, you can make a couple hundred extra pounds a week. If you could learn to say, I'm just curious, do you like to go gift shopping? Make another couple hundred extra pounds a week. This is not hard skills to learn, is it? Now, most people here would like to learn some more. So y'all ready to learn the next one? All right. Write down in big giant letters, most people. Now, we don't have time today to explain the program, but here's what I'm going to say. Most people want to be with most people because it's safe to be with most people. They don't want to be with less people. All right? When you're walking down a dark alley in London, do you want to be by yourself or with a bunch of people? With a bunch of people. We are programmed as humans to be with most people. So when you ask, how much do you want to spend? They said, I don't know. And you say, well, most people spend 50 pounds. They want to be with that 50-pound group. They want to be there. If you learn to say most people, more money in your pocket. Let's give this a try. They buy a perfume. Which perfume did they buy? What's your number one selling perfume? $199. They buy a $199 perfume. And when they say, yeah, I'd like to have the $199 perfume, what are you going to say? What two words are you going to say next?
Most
people who buy $199 also get
313.
313.
That wasn't hard, right? No matter what they buy, the next words are
Most people.
most people who buy $199 also get the eau de cologne, the aftershave, the foot lotion, the laundry detergent. I don't know. But it's a most people thing. So just turn to your partner right now, and your partner says, yeah, I'd like to get one of those $199 perfumes. And then you know what you're going to say next. You're going to say, wait a minute, most people. And then tell them what else most people do. Most people get an extra spare one for their purse. Or most people get 2 or 3 extras for their friends. Or most people want to have some at home so they have an instant gift when their girlfriend has a party. Or most people just can't wait to do this. So, are y'all ready? I'm just curious, how many people here are ready to grab your partner and say most people? So, your partner's going to say, yes, I'll buy a $199 perfume, and you take it from there. Let's begin.
Most people are getting addressed and transported by the No, you should go
And I
outside.
have one too.
And they do get either one or
It's even better.
We see not too far.
when they buy the new they get nothing that way.
Okay, was that easy? Now, let me give you some most people statements to put more money in your pocket. By the way, how many people here are dead serious about going to the top and making huge money? All right. You're not going to do it with hard work. You're going to do it by learning to say cool things, right? Because there's only so many hours in a day. We can't go out and socially chit-chat with people. We have to learn the exact words to say to make big money. Now, most people here would like to write the following statements down. Let me give you some examples. Where you can use most people. If you're standing at work by the coffee machine for 4 or 5 hours, like everybody else, you just might casually mention, most people don't want to work here the rest of the week. How about most people want more time with their family? Most people would love to have a party at their home so their friends could try all the fragrances. Well, most people do, I guess. I'm part of most people, so I guess I do. Yeah, so most people love to have a party so 5 or 6 of their friends could try the fragrances. Most people think a perfume party would be fun. How about this one? Most people know the big perfume companies are ripping us off. Most women are smart enough not to pay for all that advertising.
What was that?
Most women want a different fragrance for a different day of the week. Most women don't want to smell the same every day.
For everything but the perfect.
Most women don't want to be known as the 197 person. Most people would love to be their own boss. Most women like to save money. Most women want top quality. Most people would love to be rich.
Oh yeah.
Most people wish they could write faster. Most people like to practice a couple of these. Most people are sitting next to somebody. Do you see how easy most people is? Most people want to be part of most people. So if you say most people, they're going to naturally want whatever you suggest. So, guess whose turn it is? Most people figured out it's your turn. So I'm just curious, how many people are ready to start with most people? So turn to the person next to you and say, most people think you should go first, or something like that. Everybody ready? Let's begin.
Most people think you should go first.
Most people think you're very speak.
Most people think you should be doing it all the time. Most people want to work for themselves. Most people want to be their own boss.
Okay, how'd that go? Most people hate their job. Most people want more money. Most people want more time with their children. Most people like to set their own hours. Most people would like to make more money part-time than their boss does full-time. It's easy if you say most people. So how many people here heard a pretty good most people from your partner? Anybody hear a really good one you'd like to share with the rest of the group? Yes?
Most people prefer perfume rather than body oil.
Most people prefer perfume
Rather than old perfume or old
rather than eau de perfume. Now, think about this. What are they going to say? Oh, yeah. Let's give her a hand for volunteering. That was great. That was brave. So since you're brave, we're going to give you something because you volunteered. Does that seem fair?
Yeah.
What we're going to do, since that was really brave in front of all these people, we're going to give you, how many people here would like to learn some cool skills? All right. Most people, right? So what we're going to do is, I gave you a sheet of paper of all the cool CDs at our site, but I'm going to give you the first thing on that sheet of paper, which is a 12 CD album by my favorite speaker of all time, me. And it's 12 CDs of skill after skill after skill to help you become a millionaire. So let's give her a huge hand. Come on up here for volunteering. And all she said was most people.
Most people
You see how easy? Now all of a sudden we're thinking, oh yeah, we can do this. So who has a? All right, go ahead.
Most people know that the world is their office.
Most people know that the world is their office. I didn't know that, but I do now because I'm a most people. So we're going to give you the second thing on there. It's a 1,800-page encyclopedia of network marketing skills. But it's on CD-ROM on PDF format, so it's easy to read, rather than carrying around that giant stack of, oh wait, you probably have a good page of notes already, right? What if you had 1,800 more pages of notes? Would that be cool? That's what we're going to give you. Come on up here, we're going to give you the Big Al Super CD with all 1,800 pages of stuff. That's a really great suggestion. Let's give her a huge hand. All right. And who else now that we're into bribery? Yes, way back there. Come on up. Say that again, nice and loud.
Most people would like to put the skills we are planning today into action.
We'll put them in it. Come on up here. Let's give her a huge hand. All right. Now think about this. If you say most people, they want to be part of most people. We're going to give you the next thing. It's 103 ways and places to sponsor distributors. It's in PDF format for your computer. Let's give her a huge hand. Oh, we're starting to get it. Now the hands are coming up. Go ahead. Most people what? Oh, most people think she's a politician. Well, we'll give you a hand. We're going to give you the next thing there, which is Headline Creator Pro. This is a program that creates magical first sentences for you. It's a PC program. It'll give you 100 great first sentences for any idea you have. Let's give her a huge hand for volunteering. Next one. Way back there, sir. Nice and loud. Go ahead.
Most people would like a Big Al CD compared to any other network marketing team leader. We're going to give these stories that your prospects believe. Great stories, and that's what people. Let's give them a hand. All right. Now, most people have figured out there's lots of magic words to say. Is that true? All right. I want to show you a little experiment. Can you follow this experiment? Now, you know how to do this, right? I wasn't trying. This one's easy. Write down these 5 words. Would it be okay if?
Would it be okay if?
Would it be okay if? 5 words. Would it be okay if? Now, here's the experiment. I'm going to ask you to turn to your partner. You're going to say, would it be okay if? And after you've said that, I want you to feel inside your heart how rejection-free, how natural that was to say. Everything I show you today is great for shy people. It's rejection-free, it's natural conversation, will never be embarrassed, which is what people want. So could you all follow the directions? Just turn to your partner and look him directly in the eye and say, would it be okay if? And feel inside how you felt. Can y'all do it? Grab your partner and say, would it be okay if?
Would it be okay if?
Be okay
Okay, did we all do it?
Okay if.
All right. Question number 1. Was that rejection-free? Number 2, was that comfortable? Number 3.
Be okay.
This is
Like
the important one.
and do this
When you
one.
turned to your partner and you said, would it be okay if? How many people here noticed that your partner began nodding yes uncontrollably?
Even
Did you
before
notice
you
that?
ask whatever you
And
ask.
did you notice your partner smiling? Did y'all notice that? Now, let me tell you the program in people's heads. And this will make you big money.
The program in every human's head is this. If anybody, anywhere, at any time ever says these 5 words, would it be okay if? Start nodding yes uncontrollably. Agree with whatever they say next, even though you don't even know what it's going to be. They're going to say yes automatically, even though they don't even know what you're going to say next. And as long as what you say next is reasonable, ka-ching, big money. Would you like an example? All right. Well, would it be okay if I gave you several examples? That was too easy, wasn't it? All right. Would it be okay if you had an extra paycheck every week? Would it be okay if you made big money? Would it be okay if you could fire the boss? Would it be okay if you could save 80% on your perfume? Would it be okay if we just had a small party at your home for your friends? Would it be okay if I brought over a bunch of samples so everybody could have some fun? Would it be okay if we could just get rid of the boss? Would it be okay if we could make an extra $2,000 before Christmas? And would it be okay if this lady volunteered before her arm falls off? Go ahead. I'm ready. Now that's
Getting out
unfair
of the
blackmail. But since she said it, we're going to give you the next thing on that list, which is a 6-CD album called the Big L Super Sponsoring Workshop. Come on up here. Let's give her a huge hand for volunteering. That wasn't so hard, was it? And so this other lady, go ahead. There we are. That was brilliant. And you're going to say... Yeah, go ahead.
If I tell you that you're doing a good job,
Would it be okay? All right, since she's the last one to volunteer, we're going to give her the last 10 CDs in that pack. Let's give her a huge hand. Excellent. Now, let's review. That was brilliant. Let's review. If you're sitting here, I've given you some cool things to say that will instantly put money in your pocket. Is that true?
Yes.
So we're going to learn to say, I am just curious.
I am just
Correct?
curious.
We're going to learn to say, do you like to go gift shopping?
Shopping.
And ladies, even, well, just do it to terrorize men. It's just fun to see them. We also learn to say, most people. And would it be okay if? And if you can't make a small fortune just starting with those little tiny magic words from Skill 11, it just means you didn't try anything when you went home. So, would it be okay if we actually did something with these? Yeah. Now tomorrow we're going to start taking things up on steroids and learn a lot of cool stuff. But for now, how many people here are going to see a man sometime today? And just say, I'm just curious, do you like to go gift shopping? And for those here that are leaders or are going to be a leader, let me give you a suggestion. Learn the skills. And if you'd like to learn the skills from me, I gave you all a sheet of paper. Is that true? Yeah. I know a lot of the leaders here have the complete set of CDs. But for those that don't, for 100 pounds, you can have that giant set of CDs and save yourself a bunch of money. So during the break, if you'd like to have the skills so you can start making big money, fill out that form for 100 pounds. We'll give you that giant set of CDs. Everybody okay with that? And for those of you that would rather make smaller money,